Long ago, in the shadow of great monuments, a people suffered. They were not slaves because of who they were, but because of what they represented. Hope, growth, a future someone else feared. Their cries rose like smoke into the heavens, and God heard them. From among the oppressed, one man was chosen. His name was Moses. He had walked in palaces and fled into wilderness. But in the desert, beside a bush that burned without being consumed, he heard a voice. I have seen their suffering. Go and bring my people out. Moses hesitated. He was not a king, not a warrior, just a man. But God promised, I will be with you. And so Moses returned to Egypt, no longer as a prince, but as a messenger. He stood before Pharaoh and spoke the command, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was stone. What followed were wonders and terrors, plagues that shook the land. Rivers turned to blood, darkness swallowed the sun. And still, Pharaoh would not yield. Until finally, broken by the weight of loss, he relented. The Israelites gathered in haste, thousands upon thousands, men, women, children, walking toward freedom. God guided them with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. But Pharaoh's heart changed once more. Filled with rage and regret, he sent his army, chariots, horses, soldiers trained for war, and they pursued. The Israelites reached the edge of the sea. Before them, vast, unyielding water. Behind them, the thunder of hooves and wheels. "Have you brought us here to die?" But Moses stood firm. "Do not be afraid. The Lord will fight for you." Then came the command from God. Moses stretched his hand over the sea. Through the night, a great wind rose. The waters began to part. Not with chaos, not with violence, but with order. A path of dry land appeared between towering walls of water. Step by step, the Israelites walked through. Families holding children, elders leaning on staffs. They crossed on sacred ground. Pharaoh's army followed. Chariots rushed into the sea, wheels pounding the dry earth, but their confidence became confusion. Wheels broke, horses stumbled, panic spread. Then Moses stretched his hand once more. The waters returned. The sea closed, and the army was no more. On the other side, silence. The wind ceased. The waters calmed. The Israelites stood in awe. What they had witnessed was beyond words. Not victory by sword or strength, but deliverance by faith. They had walked through the impossible, and on the far shore, they believed. This story has been told for thousands of years, not because it is easy to understand, but because it is necessary to remember. That faith is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to move forward when the path is unclear. To trust that even when the sea is before you and the enemy is behind you, there is a way. Sometimes, when there is no path at all, God makes one.